So I've watched a few of my calm speeches right now, and I would say a few critiques that I have for myself. I would say is I have a tendency to, when I'm doing something, I don't really directly look at the camera. So I'll be reading off like my speech that I have like in the background, and then I tend to not focus on the camera, which is a bad thing because you can with the camera you can tell when my eyes are looking at somewhere else. So like if right now I look into like this left corner, you can tell I'm not looking directly at the camera. And compared to like an in-person speech, like it's a lot harder to notice that, because usually in an in-person speech your eyes are tend to like roam around like the room, not just like focus on one thing. And I would say another critique I have for myself is in this speech, some of the speeches that we've done, I've usually like written down a bit, and then I tend to write down more than what I can like say in the time span that I have. So I end up having to cut part of my speech as I'm giving my speech. So, for example, one of the speeches that we just did, halfway through the speech, like I was going and I saw that I was already almost at like 2 minute 30, and I was still on my first point. So then my second and my third point, I basically had to shorten them because they didn't like, I wasn't gonna have the amount of time to keep going like that, because I would have ended up going into like a 6 minute speech instead of keeping it within the 3 to 4 minute time span that we have. And then I would say that's about it as like the critiques that I have for right now. I definitely should review my speeches a little more. I would say I talk pretty clearly, and everything else I do decently. But I think those are definitely some things I gotta focus on, not rushing myself. And then I also go a lot, so I need to stop doing that, because I'll be like thinking and I need to stop thinking. I just need to keep going with the flow, and like like be fully prepared for the speech. So yeah, I think that's a few things I gotta work on.